Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, hello, good evening and welcome back to Rangers Radio. Rangers 3, Dundee 0, and ultimately a strange game at Ibrox. John, great victory, but join myself up here back in the shows with Robert. Robert, didn't pan out the way everybody thought. Maybe the scoreline that a lot of people thought, including yourself, mate.
Aye, well, I didn't see it coming, mate, especially in the last few minutes, that's for sure. Quite a strange game, as you said. Thought the first half was very stop-start. Obviously, the delay didn't help as well. I just don't think we really get into it at all.
Scottish football is best.
Aye, well, listen, I don't know why they need to go and check and have all these conversations, because if you can choose not to have it in a cup competition only 7 to 10 days ago, then you can start a game without it, which is obviously what they do, but it took some time, so as you said, so, Scottish football at its finest.
We started the game slowly, mate. We lacked zip. What do you think?
Aye, very pedestrian, static, mate. Not really any kind of pace about the game, first half particularly.
Mm-hmm. And we never looked scoring. With the one chopped half, we got unlucky, I suppose. He just went half a step too early. I thought he'd done okay. Chirawani, yeah. I thought he was fine, mate, honestly. First impressions in a competitive game, he'll do for me. He gets about the pitch, keeps it tidy, obviously runs into the box. He showed his physical presence when we got the goal that was ultimately chopped off. But I thought he'd done okay in his debut. Our mate, Skol Volson, mate, I thought was very quiet. But to be fair, he didn't get the ball a lot in sort of one-on-one situations, yeah?
Yeah, he didn't, mate. He didn't. And by the time he got it, Dundee were back in shape, compact, so it was very hard for him to try and impose himself in the game. But again, as that first half, it probably didn't play into his strengths, impacting the game as you'd have liked. Well, we would have liked as well. Chukwueze, I thought they're okay, mate.
The sort of first half petered out. We never really created that much. We didn't have that many chances. None of our front three. I thought Mikey Moore carried on a wee bit for very left half on Thursday. Majowski, no service. Doesn't hold the ball up the same as Chimiti, but he had no service, so I don't want to be too critical. We huffed and puffed, mate, without creating a lot. Some nice touches. Our best chances, Faulty, big Sherwani, when he burst through. Sort of done everything right. He's let it run on. He's took it with his left. He's hit the target. The goal stuck out his leg and saved it. It was getting in. I think just a wee bit more composure there, or maybe puts it around the other post. Look, it's an easy game you're watching. That was our best moment for our best move in the first half, yeah?
Yeah, I agree, mate. I think that's his weaker side, his left side, and as you say, a bit more composure. But for his first game, to get a chance like that, it shows you the intent that he's got to get forward as well. And he's quite defensive-minded, but you can see he's got it in him to get forward and cause a few problems with that power and strength he can cause.
He'll not be messed about, will he?
Oh, no. When they want to make him in a dark alleyway, that's for sure.
So half-time, everybody's frustrated. There was boos. I don't think any of them were for the team. I thought they were for Mr. Clancy. And I'll tell you why, mate. The time, taking the frustration, the game. And there was one big decision in the game, and it ultimately affected the game. There's a booking. The first couple of minutes, the guy pulls, I can't remember who it was, I think it was Asgard's jersey. It's a booking, mate. The rules of the game now, it's a booking. Doesn't matter if it's the first or last, and later on he gets booked. So it could have been off the park, mate. So as Albert says, they're trying to influence the match. Doesn't matter, first or last. It was a straightforward booking, yeah? Don't know if you picked that one up.
I did, mate, the boy Hamilton. It's a cynical fibble. If you cast your mind back, Asgard gets booked early on in the Old Firm game, so as you say, it doesn't matter what minute it's in. You do a foul, it's a bookable offence, card should be issued. So, but again, we're not surprised with Clancy, really, are we?
Aye. And I think that was a big talking point. And by the way, I'll come to Manure penalty. It baffled me. It baffled me the whole decision, mate, but I'll come to that. So we goes in half time. I was maybe looking for a changing. Maybe the gas man coming on, he ultimately sparked into life in the last minute. Don't think maybe when he came on, he looked as if he could last 90. I don't know what you thought. But anyway, I was looking for the gas man for Moore. But it didn't happen. But we started. We were in control of the match, but it was nervy, yeah. And then we gets a break. I'll tell you why I think we gets a break, because I think he's put it out of the bar. Don't know what you think.
Aye, it doesn't hit a target at all, Ox. The ball's away before the contact comes. I mean, it's still a penalty regardless, but in that position, you'd expect him to be hitting the target. Maybe the defenders put him off. He's had to rush the shot. I don't know, but aye, as you say, get a break of it, get the penalty, and Tav does what Tav does over these years.
100 times, mate. 100 times. Remarkable. Remarkable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Man of the match because he's 100th goal. I don't think he was the best player on the pitch. I think it was to mark the milestone. Listen, what baffled me was, I'm trying to think, I'm looking at it, I've seen the replay. Yeah, it's a foul because he plays it, the ball's out of play. So because it's a foul in the box, you have to get a penalty. I believe it was the same player. It's a second booking, mate. I'm baffled. You're off the pitch.
I need to watch it back, mate, just to see if it was the same player. I didn't catch that at the moment, watching it live, but if it is, then you're 100% correct, because
I thought,
that's
listen,
made a booking foul in
I
the
might
first
be
one.
wrong. I might be wrong, but I was baffled. You know, baffled with how he handled the whole thing. No, so we get the goal. Tav scored the goal, and then we're in control without doing a lot. We made some poor decisions going forward. We didn't get it right. We brought on fresh legs, and you're saying just hold them out, don't give them a sniff. I mean, never really. If you think about it, I can't remember Butland making a save. And then you think this is going to peter out 1-0. And let's be honest, all the Bears out there, everybody's thinking they're going to score with their first effort or goal. It crossed your mind, Robert, did it?
It does, mate. It's always nervy. You know yourself, mate. 1-0 is always a precarious position to be in, especially in the last kind of final stages of any game, especially with what's at stake at the moment. So I felt that was the jitters were starting to set in some bits of play in the crowd as well. But then news obviously filtered through as well, and I think that gave the players a lift from the noise the support were making once news had travelled in.
Aye, I'm sure we'll comment on that as the show goes on. So we're getting nervy. They make a mistake. Danilo gets played in. Great pass by their player. And I thought he was going to chip him, but he done what Danilo does. He just sort of passed it into the goal.
Aye, that's the frustration again, the Walks, because that's something that Danilo can do. He can pick up these kind of loose balls and bend it away nicely, but it's just again been consistency for him when he's had the run of games that he's had during the spell with us. But it gave him a wee bit of a boost, and listen, we know where he is in the pecking order, he knows as well, but maybe teams will look at him and say, well, he's fit, he's scoring, it maybe just changes the complex. I know it's only one goal, but what does that do for Danilo in terms of the rest of his career? First and foremost, he's your player at the minute. He's got a goal which settles those nerves, mate. That's ultimately what it does. It puts the tie to bed.
Settled the nerve, and then the icing on the cake. Icing on the cake for the team and for a certain Rangers radio panellist when young Gassama scores a great goal, mate. We know he's got that in his locker. He's just not done it enough. And what a finish, what a goal, and 3-0. Thank you very much.
Yep, signed, sealed, delivered. Again, it's what he does from that left-hand side, Ox. I know we've seen him steady on.
You started it.
No, that's what he does on this left-hand side. He's got the capabilities to come inside. We saw it at the early part of the season, and we know he's been underperforming of late. He's not contributed, but that's what he's got in his locker. We just need to see more of that more often as the games come thick and fast ahead. But as you say, icing on the cake, mate. Rounds off a perfect Sunday.
I thought most of the players did play on Thursday night, mate. You know, the back four, there was one change. Two at the midfield started. Diamondi came on. I thought he was our best player second half. Diamondi. obviously Gasman played, Mikey Moore had played, and some of the subs, and you could see that Thursday takes its toll, mate. The conditions in Thursday, the pitch being slightly heavy, it being a competitive game, big game, European tie, and then you're playing Sunday. It affects everybody, mate. So it's one of the ones done, out the road, perfect result for us. Move on, yeah. Don't dissect the performance too much, yeah.
No, that's it. Today was all about just winning, mate. And as you said, we took a bridge man before the start of the game to get free, puts icing on the cake, gives a wee bit of confidence that goals are scored by different personnel. So onwards to the next one now, and that's it. 8 out of 8. Let's bring on the next ones.
All right, mate. We get the phone lines opened.
Absolutely. Good to hear from the Bears.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I'm happy. I'm happy when you look at it with Thursday night, and we'll get players getting minutes, a lot of players coming back. But Jamie, that I didn't think we would see today. Gassama, I think when you see the shots and all that intimates maybe a wee bit of groin for me, and he's a pacey player, so you've got to manage him through it. We missed Chermiti today, Robert.
I said it pre-show, mate. You can see the difference he gives you up front, just that physical presence, the hold-up play particularly. Even now, these days, the movement he offers as well. I know Miovski has known previously when he was at Aberdeen that he could get a ball in behind, but it's just, you can see the clear difference, mate, and the difference of personnel when we've got Miovski up there. But listen, you only notice it if we're not scoring and we're not winning, but we've went on and won the game. I don't think Miovski had a great game again, but we're not really going to dissect individuals'
He didn't get a
performances,
lot of
mate.
service, did he?
No, he didn't.
No.
He didn't.
But I don't think there was anything outstanding. I did like Chukwueze, and he's, if you like, cameo. Yeah, I thought actually the Giga done all right, and I thought Big Fernandez, I would actually give him man of the match, mate. And there was a couple of times he showed that he's getting more and more confident, and one of them was, it was simple, but the ball was played up to him. I think it was a free kick, and he headed it down nicely to somebody in the outside left position. I'm saying, this boy's beginning to develop. He's thinking.
You've even got him doing back away kicks in the 6-yard box as well. New Hawks. That was an audacious effort, wasn't it?
Aye.
But he's growing. He is growing. Not in stature, but maturity is growing game by game.
See if he hits the target. That's a goal.
Aye, without a doubt. It's confidence in him. Even when he's bringing the ball out from the back line as well, you can see it. I know we're wanting him to go fast and things, but he's composing the ball. He brings it out, and he just, that wee burst of pace just to get by somebody and bring it out. It's confidence he's got. You can see it in him.
Yes. He's getting better. But well, enjoyed the result. I don't think it was a vintage performance, but 3-0 clean sheet. Their form's reasonable. And they play some decent stuff, mate. Without maybe they're a hard working team, mate. And one of the better football teams we've seen at Ibrox, yeah.
Yep, you're very structured, compact, defensively, quite hard to break down, and we expected that. I think that's why it took some time to really break them open. Obviously, towards the latter stages of the game, the tire, they're weary, but we picked them off as the game went on towards the end. Surprisingly, though, they've only won one away game in the league this season. I actually thought they'd done more, because you've heard that they've been playing well and they've been getting some results, but one away win in the league this season they've had.
Aye. That's maybe what stopped Stonefist getting in the top 6. I thought they'd done okay without threatening us, mate. They play, they're well drilled, and they work hard for each other. And the boys in midfield are physical, and I thought one of them should have been had 2 yellows, but he's still not a bad player. That boy. But they get about the pitch and they work hard for each other. No got a lot of punch up front, but maybe that was down to your centre halves, mate. Young centre halves.
Aye, commanding, composing, confidence as well. I mean, I know there's a lot of people still out there about Giga's not the first pick, but where we're at the moment, he's had 2 clean sheet performances, mate, in the last 2 games, so he's been certainly improving as well, coming back in from being away with the international team for a while there in the January break that he had. So we know where he is as well, and probably the pecking order. We know Suter's coming back, Cornelius is coming back, but collectively, the defence have all kind of came together and made us more solid. 5 clean sheets in a row, 6 clean sheets in the last 8 games, mate. That's foundations to go and win a league.
Listen, if we're honest, do the piece today, as much as we're praising Dundee for being okay with it being outstanding, Jack Butland could have landed against the post for most of the game.
I think he's just using the same kit next week. No need to wash it.
Right, come on then, listeners, come and join us. Are you happy with the progress in the league under Danny Rowe? We know where we are now and where we were. It's unbelievable, Robert.
It is. You're still pinching yourself at times, mate, because this group of players have questioned very early on in the season, but to be where they are now, again, I keep saying it, it's a credit to themselves as much as the coaching staff get the credit, because we've criticised and we've spoke about their attitudes at times, their application. Are they buying into it? Are they wanting to be here? I think now you can see, past few games particularly, there is a real sense of belief, a real structure and a togetherness in the squad, and that's been reciprocated into the stands as well. I think you can start to sense it now that there is a real buzz. I mean, Ibrox bouncing in the last 5-10 minutes. After we get the second and third goal, just to full 90, full voice. Well, they brought it.
Aye, I don't know if you noticed Danny Rowe talking to Gassama. I think the boys get a pretty lip on him, yeah. And by the way, I've not got a problem if somebody's not happy if they're not playing, mate. I know you maybe shouldn't show your petulance to the other team. If you want to play and you think you should be in the team, there's nothing wrong with that. That you want to play and you think you deserve the right. That's maybe how he sees it. I've not got a problem, but I do maybe sometimes you've got to watch that you don't affect your teammates with your petulance shown, because he seems to be that kind of boy. I might be totally wrong, but that's what the pictures show sometimes, I think.
Aye, listen, if he's got a petty lip, the only way and the best way to answer it is by doing your talking on the park. See, when you get brought on as a sub, go and make an impact in the game, go and cause teams problems, work hard in training, which I'm sure he does, and give the manager a headache and be knocking on the door to say, it's my chance, I can take this. Don't make it something out of nothing and ruin your career because of just a bit of arrogance. Just again, I have no issue with players being frustrated they're not playing. That's good. I like it because it means they want to be part of something. They want to be involved in teams that are winning. So, but do it the right way. Go in the park and do your talking there and show that you deserve to be in the starting team.
July, August, September, and October, mate. If I'd said to you we'd have won 8 games in a row, what would you have said?
Stop playing your career mode.
Yeah.
Aye, you wouldn't imagine it. Given as well some of the places we've had to go, some of the teams we've faced as well, and European competition amongst that as well, to bounce back from long journeys, defeats on the road, draws. It's honestly remarkable, Ox, and I know we're not where we want to be yet. We're still not top of that table, but you can see we're building, we're getting somewhere, and it is just now win from here to the end of the season. Focus on us, momentum builds, 8 wins, park it. Let's go for 9.
Let's go for another 8, mate.
Aye, absolutely.
You know?
Listen, you mentioned Diamondi there, mate. I don't know what you thought, but I know you said he was his best player second half. For me, if you look back at the Old Firm game and then today, the introduction of Diamondi changed the urgency in the team, I felt. I don't know your thoughts.
I don't disagree with that. I think he's maybe had his rocket when he's realised that he didn't get to the AFCON and a World Cup chance. I mean, they don't come around that often, World Cups, do they?
No, they don't. They don't.
That's. I mean, again, it's a hunch, Robert. I've nothing to back it up. But
Mhm.
since that and that kicked on, you're perfectly right. He came on and worked really, really hard and helped us get that result. And then he's played well since. We panned him. We said he was abysmal. Should he be starting? all the things we said on here, we criticised him. But since that second half, he's been excellent. And I reckon he was just knowing the team the night because of Thursday. Because he put some shift in on Thursday night.
Aye, and he contributes by getting a goal that proves vital in the end. So, listen, we've spoken, criticised about some players' performances, but if you notice, the Diamondis, the Asgards, they're starting to kind of show a wee bit more in these games. At this running, they're starting to feel more form. Maybe the confidence just gives them that extra edge. We'll soon see where it takes us, but we always say it, wins breed confidence, and maybe that's all they were needing, just a wee rocket.
Aye. I think you're right, mate. I think you're right. And I think you're I think he's been excellent since, what is that now? 2 Aberdeens, obviously, with Katie Annan one out the second half of the day. Thursday night, mate. You know, but 5 games, he's been excellent. Whereas before that, we were critical of him, and arguably, rightly so, you know.
But again, it's testament to these players' attitudes at the moment and their mentalities to knuckle down and work hard, and the work's paying off. It's not paid off fully, we know that, but it's working off so far, and long may it continue.
Yes, just to let you know something, mate, I just put it up on this day, yeah. No, sorry, when Danny Rowe walked in the door, we'd played 8 games, 1 win, 6 draws and 1 defeat, 8 for, 9 against, -1, and we were sitting 8th place in the league, mate. Yeah, 13 points behind Hearts.
Yep, it's remarkable. We'll keep seeing it, mate. It's remarkable the work he's done with the same group of players, and I think it's testament as well to what this guy can actually do in a managerial setting. He's got the right team around him as well. The coaching staff deserves huge credit for bringing them with him. Particularly, obviously, the set piece guy of late, Scott Fry, been an important part of our game of recent games as well, picking up vital points and goals. So, it just shows you what can happen when you make a decision and it pays off well.
Yes. Well, we've got a few callers coming in now. Good. Everybody in a good mood. Yes. Aye, listen, mate, we're critical. I think we're quite honest, mate. We give our opinion on the game. It's you only critique at 90 minutes, mate. One of your favourites might have a crap game. You've still got to say it.
Aye, you can only critique what you see, mate. And it's a strange game today. Not everybody played their best, but the end result is the whole team walk off there feeling happy and proud with a performance that was enough to go and get 3 points. And that's what's happened. We get 3 points. Could be a vital 3 points. We'll never know in the grand scheme of things until the season is done. But I think a lot of people looked at today being a real swing and shifter in where this league could go from here. And obviously results elsewhere, we're in a better position than we were when we kicked off.
Aye, we are, mate. We are. Was that the perfect result for us, mate, or were you first?
Aye, I think it is. I said I would take a draw over in Edinburgh today, simply because I don't think a draw suits either team over there, and I think it suits us better. We are now 2 ahead and 4 behind, rather than being the same points or 3 behind. I think it's works out a wee bit.
You've seen the breaking news, mate.
What's that?
There's breaking news, mate. There's been a protest on the Scottish Parliament because of that red card, mate.
Right, 87th game, and they finally get one. Yeah. Perfect Sunday. They drop points, we gain points, and the red card streak's over. What's not to like about today, mate?
Yeah. Aye. Yeah, I think we've been joined by old Davy. All right, Davy boy.
Oh, you've got to be all right after that, boys, haven't you? Good evening. Yeah, great. Beautiful Sunday. Just what the doctor ordered, and keep the momentum going. Slightly concerned at the beginning. As I was saying earlier, I was looking for something to break them down after 20 minutes, but I mean, they were just packing their defence. I think the two new boys, I felt, struggled a wee bit. It's too early to even judge them, but I felt that just sort of upset the rhythm that we had going. And you've got to take your hat off to Danny Rowe for changing them about, because a lot of managers would just have persevered there, but he just said he must have seen this is no we need. So marvellous, great 3 points, and then the rest done itself a wee bit of Edinburgh Rock, brilliant.
Listen, I didn't think Chirramwani struggled much, mate. I thought he was okay. I thought Scott Olsen wasn't in the game much, but I don't know. What was your take on it, Robert? But the manager got it right ultimately. Robert?
Aye, he got it right, mate. He's got most things right this season since he's come in the door. So who are we to argue? Because if he'd got it wrong, we wouldn't be sitting where we are and feeling as happy as we are. So, though I felt Chukwueze was okay without being great. I think he had a few kind of loose passes at times, but first game, well, kind of first debut, first start, not too bad. Scott Olsen, I just don't think the first half helped get him into the game. It was very stop-start. Dundee were compact and very defensively resolute, so hard to get a guy like that into the game because he couldn't really get the ball as much to influence himself.
We've been joined by Callum. Evening, Callum.
Evening, guys.
You're quite quiet, mate. Speak up, mate. We can hardly hear you.
Okay.
On you go. What's on your mind, mate?
Well, hopefully I'll be able to watch the highlights of the Rangers Dundee game, but that's a better result than the 1-0 victory on Thursday. I know that we're out of Europe, but I could see us winning the title because we're only 4 points behind Hearts.
I hope so. I hope so, mate. It was. Listen, it looks a better result. I would argue that maybe Thursday might have been a slightly better performance against a better team, but it doesn't matter. Robert?
No.
Aye, afternoon, Callum. Good to hear from you, mate. I think today's result, regardless of the score, is a bigger result than Thursday night because of what's at stake. As I said in previous shows, we know the position in our European football, but there's still money to be made in that while we're in the competition. But today, if it was 1-0 or 3-0, it's 3 points and a very crucial 3 points again. These games, you tick them off, the next one is even bigger. Obviously, after Porto on Thursday night, we've got Hibs next Sunday, so that becomes the biggest game again. The ones we've done in the past, that's it. They're done, they're won, they're parked up. Let's just keep building.
But we haven't won the league for nearly 5 years under Steven Gerrard. But we need to not draw it against Hibs. We need to beat Hibs next Sunday.
Because
they've already beaten us.
Keep winning, mate. But listen, you might get a bump in the road. It's how you respond. You can draw a game if then you win 8 straight. It takes you where you want to be ultimately. But you're right. We have to keep winning. Davey?
Yeah.
Oh, you're spot on. No, it's just the thing is, we're right up there, Caribou now, and they'll not like that. And we're the ones who's doing the chase. As old Mr. Sluice used to say, we welcome the chase. So that's what it's all about.
I know you like a game of chases, Davey.
I especially try to find you after a game.
That was the chases, mate. That was hide and seek.
Aye, but it's great to hear everybody in a more no as downbeat as we used to be. We're right in there now. So keep it going.
He's right, Robert.
He is, and as you said, mate, it's just we keep building, we keep pushing. And you talked about reactions there. We obviously lost at Hearts at Tynecastle, but the reaction from losing that game to now is a winning streak. So the reaction from the players, the reaction from Danny Rule and the coaching staff has to be complimented because that was really, I know he says it's a step back, but that was a really quite important fixture, I thought, that we lost again. But to bounce back from that, the reaction, it's been brilliant. We know we're still not the finished article. We know that. Danny Rule knows that. But what we're doing, mate, is we're building, and we'll see where it takes us in the next 3 or 4 months. But the feel-good factor just keeps rolling on, game by game.
Yeah.
You feeling more upbeat, Callum?
Yeah, but with has there any word on if it's Scrunner or not? Because I heard someone told me that they were playing an eligible player against Queen's Park.
We heard that,
Yeah,
but there's been no official announcement.
Stranraer could be kicked out the cup.
Yeah, you're right, mate, but we've not heard anything. I've seen some of the online stuff where it says Stranraer brackets Queen's Park, mate. Nothing's confirmed and nothing's official yet, but we've heard the same story. And as soon as we hear anything, we'll shout it out. You know, I'm sure it'll break all over social media. There's obviously that'll be a revenge match, Queen's Park in the Cup, Robert, if that happens.
Aye, well, I believe there's a hearing on Wednesday, I think it is, for Stranraer. They've put an appeal in saying it was an emergency loan signing. So there's an appeal on Wednesday. So hopefully by Wednesday night we'll have confirmation of who it is we're playing. But it doesn't matter who we're playing. The team will be ready to face whoever it is.
And it's a home tie anyway, so we're at home in the cup.
Yes, mate, yes.
We're not away in the cup, we're at home.
By the way the crowds are out in Ibrox will be full, Davey. You just see the crowd buying into everything, eh?
Well, they always do when you. I mean, if you think of all the sort of garbage we've had to watch and listen and going through, this is now where we should be. And if you gave it the fans are wanting on that park, you'll get that response back. That just wasn't working with the way we started off. I just hope we doesn't play. I hope he rests a few players come the Porto game, because I think that maybe give some more fringe players a chance, because really it's a non-starter, isn't it?
Well, depends, mate. It depends. Robert?
Aye, it depends, mate, because as we all know, there's been a big talk this week, particularly about the coefficiency. We're in pole position, and I think if we want to keep that position to qualify automatically, should we win the league to get automatic entry, we need to win the game. Olympiacos are right on our heels. I think if they get a win or a better result than what we do, then they overtake us, so we lose that spot. So I know you could class it, Davey, as there's nothing to play for in that game in particular, but the end result, mate, there's an implication at the end of the season. So I think you'll pick the best team again, as you done on Thursday, just to go and win the game.
Yeah, I forgot about the coalition. You're right, Robert. You're right.
Coalition?
What did I say?
The issue you've got Oxen Thursday night is we know the pool of players we can pick from. It's quite light compared to what it was today, obviously for the league form and league domestic games. So it's the same group of players from Thursday night that will be on the flight over to Porto on Thursday or Wednesday for Thursday.
You might have Suter and Sterling in that group as well, mate.
Mm-hmm. Would you play them though? Would you keep them for Sunday?
There you go, mate. That's a poser, mate. That's a poser. Can I take the fifth on that one this now and maybe answer it as a week goes on?
Yes, you can give me during the week. I'll let you off.
Yes. I'll wait for GB to come on, give him some geography questions. One a night, mate, see if we can get him up to scratch. Yeah?
Does he know where Porto is? Does he need a helping hand knowing that one? Oh, has he got it?
No. He thought it was near Greenock because you said Port O. You know what I mean? He thought it was somewhere near
It's usually what you say when you say that name. It's usually what comes after the word Port. Oh.
You know, to be fair, it wasn't a bad shout for your GB. Davey, you happy, Bear?
Sorry about it. I'm still laughing at the coalition. This was a political broadcast. Well, you get 77 up, you know, that's what happens to you. Okay, I'm over the moon. I'm happy for everybody. The Rangers are winning and I'm always happy. But the thing that's pleasing is you can see something happening here. You can see something developing. And it's no going back the way. We're heading forward. And I think that's what's giving everybody a bit of the jollies, you know, and long may it continue.
Aye. We'd won one game when that guy came in the door, David. One game.
Oh, definitely. It's amazing.
You know. Callum, are you a fan of Danny Rose?
Yeah, he's doing. But since he came in October, we have been winning games, but we've been drawing games under Danny Rowe. But he looks a very happy man.
He looked delighted at the end, Robert.
Yes, he did. He certainly seemed to show a wee bit of emotion in that. I think that's the kind of first we've really seen. I know he's quite antics on the park, say the park with instructions and stuff, but I think that's the first we've seen him really have a burst of emotion at the end of the game. If I'm honest, Ian, if you go back to the Fulham game, he was quite subdued when we weren't, but today seemed to be a wee bit different. Like it hit differently today. And I think it was because of, again, people looked at the fixtures today and thought this could be a shift and a change. This could be a pivotal day. And I think he's obviously come out on top. Quite happy all round.
Aye. Listen, mate, he seems to have a knack. You know, substitutions, clean sheets. He's brought this set piece. Coach didn't influence again much today, but we seem to get a lot right, more right than wrong. And sometimes, Davey, you just need a bit of luck.
Oh, you need a lot of luck. But I mean, if you look back even a couple of seasons, the way we were getting injuries and everything else is playing out, we were just miles off it. But this time, hopefully, we'll get to the point where we've got to keep the pressure on. That's the thing. We've got to keep that momentum going. But if you take it and sort of and look at it, by where we were and where we are now, we're miles ahead of where we were.
Definitely, mate, definitely. Listen, credit to Danny Rowe, credit to the board, credit to the players, credit to the support, Robert.
Yeah, without a doubt, mate. Everybody's a whole team effort, and that team doesn't just stop with the players on the park, the coaching staff. It's the support as well. The rallying cry was out over the weekend, and the Bears got behind in the day. 50,165 at the ground, I believe. So brilliant numbers, and that will grow and grow and grow because there is a real sense of excitement and expectation now that the support want to get along when they can and be loud, be proud, and be part of this because there's something different, mate. I said it a couple of weeks back. There's a real good factor at the moment, and as long as we keep winning games, that will stay and it will grow game by game.
Yeah, this is Fox's comment. Big Daddy Cool Ferdinand's had some good moments today. Yeah, Big Daddy Cool, that's Fox with his white safari. His black flares and his platform shoes on. What a picture that is. I wish I could show it to everybody, but I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed, Davey. I'm not allowed.
Brilliant. But what I was like to say, I think there's more players buying into what this club's all about. And that, at the beginning, for a lot of them, I'd never seen that materialising. But I think they're buying in now to what we're asking, and no demanding it. If you could demand it if you want to say that, but it's not a nice one. But you've got to have that, and I can see it in a lot of the players that were struggling. There's Chermiti, he's went to ground zero, the top of the pops, But as I'm concerned, that's just my opinion.
I get it, David. But I think that shows you how important it is you get the right manager, Robert.
Yes, it does. It does, mate. It goes back to just people making the right decision. And I know we'll sit here and go, what if Danny Rowe was in from the start of the season? What if this and what if that? But listen, maybe Russell Martin had to happen for us to get Danny Rowe. So thank you, Russell Martin, for being terrible at your job. But again, that was all brushed aside as soon as he came in. It was a fresh start for the club, fresh start for these players, and they've grabbed this opportunity to go and do something this season, be successful. And the stats don't lie, the points on the board don't lie. We're building, we're chasing, we're hunting. There will be a time where they'll start hunting us, but again, the way we are performing and getting results, mate, it's hard to think where we'll drop points.
Aye, listen, pressure's a strange thing. The pressure's going to change in us. It's going to become different. You could feel it getting there every day, but we ground out a 3-0 victory. It's just because of the way the goals came. If they 2 goals had came at the the end of the first half, it had just been a different game, but it wasn't. But it ended up 3-0. So I'm delighted with the result. Yeah, the performance could be better, Callum, but you've got to take 3-0 every day of the week.
Yep.
You okay there, Callum?
Yeah.
Yeah, delighted with the 3-0, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Listen, mate, we're just going to start wrapping the show up. So last word for your good self, Callum.
Well, I know we're 2 points. I see that we're 2 points ahead of Celtic, but I know we're 4 behind Hearts. But if we do win the league, we get into the Champions League. But I'm just hoping that we keep Danny Roll at the end of the season, and all the Rangers supporters were singing Danny Roll on Thursday night at Ibrox. That was again.
Cheers, mate. I
Okay.
hope we're singing it for now to the end of the season, because that means we'll be winning. Speak to you again soon, Callum. Thanks for the call.
Okay.
Cheers, mate. Cheers,
Bye.
mate. Davey, he's just the mood has just improved tenfold, as we keep saying. Some of the players are improving. Yeah, obviously results breed confidence. Maybe they weren't as bad as we thought at the start of the season,
Well, I'm not even thinking of it. I'm just concerning and concentrating on where we are now. That's past. What we think it's the next game. Take it to there, keep the momentum going, and go straight in there and go for it. And I think that's been, and it's an infectious bit. It's getting to the players as well, and I think that's generating why a lot of them are settling down and playing some decent football. They're playing great football actually at times. I mean, see, I know we're running out of time, but see, if you to go back to when we were at the start of the season, we would never have scored 3 goals out of there. The way they blocked that game, we would never have broke them down. Now, that's a big difference.
Aye, well, we huffed and puffed against them in the first game at Ibrox, maybe. The Jiga get sent off. They scored a goal for a set piece because we were set up wrong. We scored. I can't remember. I think it was Castleman who scored the goal, and Big Dessers, seems a long time ago, he got one chopped off. But we weren't great that day. They made it difficult for us, but it never looked like a 3-0 game. And if I'm honest, as it moved into injury time, I didn't think that was going to be 3-0, Robert.
No, it didn't seem it. It seemed like it had a 1-0 over it. The game was just going to peter out. But as you said, we capitalised on a few mistakes from Dundee and put the tie to bed. Again, it just settled the nerves of the players and the support. And obviously the third goal puts icing on the cake. So it rounds off a good weekend, mate. A good weekend. But as you say, it's now finished. It's parked away. We'll go in Porto on Thursday night, but the real focus has got to be on Hibs away on Sunday. Because again, the league form just now, every game is the biggest game of the season. I know Bridge says it every week, but he's true this season. He's true to his word.
I wouldn't shout to you there, but one of the Rangers radio panellists had a wee butter just for a couple of shillings and got the result right, got one of the goal scorers right, and got the corners right. A nice wee 60-1 his door. So well done, whoever that was. Yeah.
Well done, whoever's done better betting in the south side.
Aye, send me some Maltesers.
I've not got your Easter egg in yet, Davey. I don't like getting them in too advanced, just in case.
No. That's another ambition of mine, getting to 78. long way to go.
You'll see 2078.
Okay, I hope so. As long as I can keep listening to this show, that keeps me going.
Right. Oh, Darmarnock's joined us. All right, Darmarnock.
All right, lads. So I've been trying in the last 20 minutes, but my phone was not working in the motor for some reason.
Here's your thoughts, mate. Here's your thoughts.
Oh, a good day at the office, isn't it, really? 3-0. That was my prediction, actually, but I've never seen it on 89 minutes. But no, brilliant. All that mattered was the 3 points. Whatever happened to Edinburgh happened to Edinburgh. So it's about us. You know what I mean? And really, we've gained 2 points, and it's 2 teams that are in this wee run in. So, aye, onwards and upwards, brilliant. Happy days. Hopefully, a couple of more players in. And Porto's Porto. The big game's Sunday, innit?
Aye. I
Hibs
think you're
away.
right,
And
mate. But what did you make of Chilwani and this Olsen? Yeah, Skev Olsen. Scott Wilson, as everybody's calling him. But
Scott Wilson, aye. Scott Wilson, aye. He done all right. He kept looking for the ball, actually. And the first half was where I sat in the Sandy Garden, so he was trying to get involved. But again, I don't know. Has he played a lot of games? I don't think he has.
no.
But I certainly think he will. He will come on again for us. He just didn't. He wasn't the ball. I think fed to him. Just running up there and looking for the ball. And it happened quite a lot. As much as Miovski was pretty poor, he was looking for the ball at the taps at the time, and Ned was doing it.
It's
the same way.
First. As much as I didn't think Miovski did a good game, he still didn't get any service as a centre, did he?
Yeah. No. He was looking for the tap a couple of times. Even Moore was looking for it, but you just were hesitant to put that the long ball over the top. But
What about
it doesn't matter. The game's done.
Chimante, what did you think of him?
I didn't think he'd done anything to say he was bad or good. I think he was just middle of the road, and I was surprised that he came on for a couple of minutes in the second half. Then he subbed him. I didn't know what that was all about. You think they just subbed him on 60 or subbed him on at half time, subbed him off at half time rather than.
I gave him 10. Gave the two of them 10 minutes in the second half, mate. I thought he'd done it. If you watch it back, I think you might be surprised what he'd done in the first half. Just before we go, Dom, I want to ask you about young Jason McGoma's performance in the second half. Where you sit, I know you sit. What an attitude that boy's got, isn't he?
Aye. I don't know if it's him made a couple of mistakes in the first half, but you know what? It's a team. It's a team game, and we all win as a team. And I think he done a lot of running actually.
In the second half, there's a couple of lost causes he chased. Superb. I don't know if it was a set-up move, Robert, by him and Fernandes when he played that looking pass. He turned one of them into a great forward ball.
He does. Young McGoma's got an engine on him that he'll run for the kind of loose balls and kind of hopeful balls over the top, and he's got a bit of an engine on him. But again, he's another player like Fernandes who's, with the game time he's been given, he's grown, he's developed, and at this moment in time, we obviously know we've brought a left back in, but Young McGoma's making the stake that jersey's his and it's his to lose. So big selection for Danny Rule to kind of do over the coming weeks when Romans is fitting in the squad. So it's good options to have at left back. But McGoma's attitude for a young boy, he's willing, he's determined. We know he's still raw defensively, but attacking wise, he's quite a threat going forward. Just his pace.
Last word for your good self, the man up. We're all off to have some
just a shout out to the Bangkok Bears. I was away at New Year for the Old Firm game. Caught up a good few lads. Simmy, Big Ian, Scotty boy. So it was all good there. And almost to Porto, but all eyes on Sunday.
Yeah, here, mate. Always good to speak to you. Old Davy.
Aye, because the song goes, beautiful, beautiful Sunday. It's brilliant. I'd just like to put a big shout out for, it was great to hear Big Stevie the other night there. I've been missing him. But it's always a pleasure, folks, and stay safe and God bless you, Gers.
Cheers, Davey. Always good to hear from you, Mucker. Robert?
Cheers for having me on the day again, Knox. Good to be on yourself and GB earlier. Good win the day. Now let's park it and we'll focus on the next fixtures. We know Thursday night where it is, but again, all eyes will be on Easter Road come Sunday. Let's keep going, keep pushing.
I'm no one for mentioning names, as you know, but enjoy counting your fivers, all right?
I will, mate.
All right. Listen, thanks to Callum for joining us all, David, Kilmarnock, Robert for doing the show, Fox and Old School Boy for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night debating all things Rangers, and Danny Roll just keeps rolling. Take it away, Old School Boy.